Everybody, Brian back here with a look at Kaspa. You can see here we've got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we're coming in with a lower high here so far. We expecting a push up here, or are we expecting a correction down? I got some very exciting stuff to show you guys for real. First off, might as well go through these real quick. We had the total 2 do an ABC correction. All the moving averages are lined up right in order. These getting ready to head to the upside. The weekly RSI is at the bottom. The total 2. Look at this. ABC is complete. Weekly RSI heading up. All the moving averages in line. All right, and the total 3. ABC complete. Weekly heading up, all the moving averages in line, and looking fantastic. All right, we have gold here. I was looking at this earlier. Let's go out here on a monthly. All right, let me get this off here real quick. Let's just wipe all that off there. There we go. All right, now you can see here with gold, this is pretty important because we need to risk off assets to drop down here. All right, so you can see this thing, massive run up. Look at this, unbelievable. Wow, back, geez, I remember in the 90s when I was looking to get into gold here, 380 bucks, dip down. But anyway, you can see this pretty clearly, okay? You guys know where I'm heading with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? Now, let's take and see here. Did this give? Yeah, this thing, the Fibonacci with the full extension on this thing, 2926. But this wave 4, it could only go to a 3618 here. Look how this lines up. Look at that. You go off your wave 4 for your 5th wave target, and that's giving it at 2447. That's right at a 1618. And right inside this thing, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so does gold stumble out here, or does it go a little bit further? All right, the monthly RSI, look at that thing. 99.92, 99.95, right at the very top here. So probably gonna have a lot of sellers step in here, I would imagine. Guys that look at charts and stuff like that. Pretty crazy how this stuff works, isn't it? All on human emotion, that's absolutely insane. All right, so gold is lining up here. We have the Russell. Okay, that Russell, look at this thing. That guy, the guy I follow on Twitter over there, he's the one that has been looking at this thing and saying that we got to break that 786. That the Russell 2000 is the smaller 2000 lower cap stocks. All right, your big ones, Amazon, Google, all that are not included in this. So when they break out, you have a bull run. All right, now you can see right here we hit the 786. Right back here in 2021 was our other bull run, right up through here, and back in 2017 you can see right here was the other bull run. So every time this thing goes, crypto takes off. So keep a very close eye on this. All right, the Dixie getting up there. All right, hit a 702. Let me pull this out for you so you can see it. All right, you can see here it came up through. It's right at that 702 right now. The monthly RSI on this thing rolling right over. Okay, that's what we want to see. The weekly is also rolling over. You can see there. So looking for a drop in this thing. You can pretty clearly see this thing is kind of wedging up in here. Actually, that probably went there. It broke down out of that. We had a top side on this thing coming down through here. Yeah, ended up breaking down through that, so it looks like it might end up falling further down here. Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to monthly chart on this. We're looking for that 618, getting up there. Look at the RSI on this thing, though. Wow, getting very tapped out. But you can see a 1, 2, 3 maybe a fourth wave pullback here, and then that fifth wave up, and then roll right over for us. That's what we're looking for, right to come up to that 618 right here, bang, okay, and then put that on top of there for your C leg, right down to the bottom here. Really, can you imagine that down to 25%? It's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Watch and see. You guys know, you guys that watch this channel know how to use these fibs and stuff. Absolutely. All right, I showed you the Russell, Kaspa versus Bitcoin. It's another thing we want to take a look at. The weekly. All right, you can see we had that breakout. Where the trend line went for the bottom here. Right there. Okay, you can see we had that breakout of that wedge. Just getting a retest here, more than likely. All right, you got the weekly coming down here. Is there monthly? No. Daily. Daily's about reset here. You can see an ABC leg coming down right here. All right, so this correction is probably getting pretty close to over. Might end up hitting right here on this moving average coming through here. All right, so you have an A, a B, and a C. Could be done. That's that daily is right on the very bottom. Your 12-hour, right on the very bottom. 8-hour, yeah. Looks like Kaspa versus Bitcoin is getting ready to run. All right, that thing is just right at the very bottom there. All right, this real quick. We're gonna put this on the monthly. All right, this is the crypto total market cap. You can see inside here. I'm going through these very quick, guys. Hang in there, please. All right, we've completed an ABC. We have all the moving averages in line and the weekly RSI heading to the upside. All right, the total 3. Same exact thing. ABC complete. All the moving averages heading up. The weekly RSI on the bottom. All right, and the total 2. ABC complete, all the moving averages in line, and the weekly on the bottom. All right, these are all getting ready to just take off. Unbelievable. Dow Jones up 243 points, getting close here. Let's put that fib on here and see how close we are. Wow, look at that. That's insane, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, now it's overextending it. Unreal. That thing is just worth a monthly. We got bearish divergence for the Dow Jones. We have this high, a lower high, and a lower high. Monthly is heading up. The weekly heading up. All right, but that monthly, boy, keep an eye on that. Monthly bearish divergence. Lower highs all through here. So we'll keep an eye on that thing. PayPal. We haven't, look at this thing. Man, you talk about tanked out. Wow. I mean, unbelievable. It was up over $300, down to $60. The monthly is trying to turn back up. Look at the RSI on the bottom there. The weekly. This will probably have a big, impact with the bull run too. The PayPal price, people getting back into crypto. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we got the weekly heading up here also. All right, over here, I'm going to show you real quick here. The wallets and see what's going. 398,000. Boy, just cannot hit that 400,000. Crazy. Last 24 hours, nothing going on with the big guy. The whales, humpbacks, nothing going on down there. We've added 2 sharks, 24 dolphins, 106 fish, 171 octopus, and 355 crabs. All in the plus. In the last 1 hour, lost 15 octopus. That's 1 to 10,000 people. All right, but still in the green there. Last 30 days, minus 5 whales. Taking some profits. If you have 10 to 100 million, who can blame you, really? I mean, that's a lot of Kaspa. That's crazy. All right, let's take a real quick look at this dashboard. See what that petahash is up to. Wow. 443. Unbelievable, isn't it? That is absolutely crazy. There's your transactions per second and your blocks per second. That petahash, 443. All right, here's your live blocks coming in. Here's all your purchases and look, Rusty. It's almost all in Rusty now. Amount of the transaction shows everything on here. Let's see if I can pull it over. Oh, right down here, isn't it? Yeah, right there. Amount of the transaction. Mt. Gox moved 6 billion Bitcoin to an unknown wallet. That's in the Discord. If you guys are interested, I have a thing for $14.99. You get over 10 hours of videos, plus you get a link to our Discord to come over there and trade with us. Was looking to get into a Bitcoin, a small long there, but I ended up closing it out and posted it. It just didn't look good at the moment, One of them ones that it was a break-even trade, but some of them you think look good, and then they just end up not working out. So close that out right after I'm done here. Going to start looking for some trades, but for $14.99 you get all them videos, learn how to start charting, and a link to the Discord. So I hate to show anything to anybody, but it kind of keeps the channel going. Don't have I get 1,500 to a couple thousand views a video. So, but the memberships help, and thank you so much to all the members. I mean that, over 200 of you. You guys are the best. Thank you. All right, I mean that. Bitcoin, we are definitely looking for a pullback on this thing. All right, the 4 hours just about reset. This fifth wave that came up here on this thing, was expecting it a little bit higher. Quite honestly, it should have gone a little bit higher. Let me get that alarm off there. I apologize. If you put a fib on this, that fifth should have went right up to that 702, and it still could. This thing could push up just a little bit higher, 66.6. Absolutely, finish out that fifth wave. It could do that for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so keep an eye on that. It could head up to 66.5. All right, now that 4 hour RSI is about reset. The 8 hour heading down. 12 hour getting pretty maxed out here. The daily right at the top and rolling over here. Okay, now if we take here. Let's take a look at real quick at the weekly. The weekly's just turning up. The 3 day, they're still heading up. And the 5 day, still looking great. Just the temporary pullback. You get them. You have every single time. You have a 1, 2, 3. This could be the 3 right here. All right, 4, and then a 5. But you have 5 waves inside of your third wave. That's what I'm saying here. It could push up to that 66.5 inside your third wave. Okay, you have 5 waves inside this wave. 3, 5, 3, 5. That's how the Elliott waves work. So any pullback here, kind of looking, if it does stop right there. Your 618 is down here at 60,224. It could bounce right here at 50%. This is a fourth wave. A lot of times they'll go with the 382. So anywhere in here, this thing can start going. If you're looking to long this thing or whatever, watch the RSIs. All right, 382 is a normal pullback for a fourth wave. So keep an eye on it. But it could dip down here. The 618, even the 702, that's the top of wave 1, without violating it. So I'll be watching the RSIs on this thing. And then that fifth wave, even say it does pull down, even to the 382, okay, say that's where it bounces from. That the 1618, the blue line up there, that's a target for a fifth wave. All right, say it pulls to the 50%. 618 would be right on that resistance line. 702. I look at this stuff, like little hints in between, because you're probably expecting it, to hit resistance here. It'd be kind of weird to stop right before it or something, but we'll see what happens. But expecting a pullback for Bitcoin or just a hair higher. All right, over on Kaspa, this thing here, you can see these trend lines here. All right, you always want to make sure you pay attention to your past trend lines too. All right, this one back here, we have running up through here. You can see it hit here, still showing support, still showing resistance, still showing resistance, and we have this one on the bottom. All right, this is a bearish pattern, okay, like a rising wedge. So I'll be looking for a downfall at some time. But we had a higher high here. Let me grab this. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. All right, so we're going to dig in. Let's go inside here and see what's going on. All right, if we zoom in here on a 4-hour, looks to me, like we probably have one more push up here. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Do we break out of this, or does it come over here? What would be a target for a fifth wave here? Let's take a look. I'll pull this down. A target for a fifth wave would break us out of this resistance. If that's what we get here, if we get a fifth wave up, we cannot go any lower than this. 1738. We cannot break that because that's the top of wave 1 over here. That would violate this. All right, so I'm going to put a line right on that right there. All right, we cannot violate that, or a fifth wave is not coming in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at the RSIs here. The 4-hour is just about reset. You can see it's right at the bottom there. The 1 hour heading up. All right, had a little resistance line in here. I was actually trading this. That's why that alert's there. I apologize. Let me get that off there. But you have your 1 hour heading up here. You had a resistance line here, poking its head up out of it. Might take that run here for that fifth wave. That's what we're looking for up in here. All right, the 8 hour heading down, but trying to curve back up. Even on the bottom here, you have it turning up. The 12 hour twisting to the upside. You can see it turning. All right, the daily still bullish, 87 and a 75, and then your big ones. All right, your 3-day looks fantastic. Your 5-day 70 and a 73. It's actually bearish right now in that 5-day, and the weekly 58 and a 65. Actually got bearish divergence on that weekly too. Let's look at that real quick. All right, we have higher highs here. Boy, this whole thing is making a huge wedge. When you look at it here, something like that. And down here at the bottom, you have this. You have like a rising wedge in this whole thing. Look at that. Absolutely, I mean, you got wicks up through here, but if you connect 3 lines, and they look pretty decent, but that's a bearish pattern, but it doesn't say that they cannot break out the upside. That's for sure. I've seen it happen before. It's not always 100% that it's going to break down. All right, but you can see there, and on the monthly. And we're expecting a lot higher prices out of Kaspa. No doubt about it. Just because we might have a pullback or something here, absolutely normal, guys. That just happens. All right. So if we cannot, break up out of this wedge here, I'd expect some downside after that. Of course, I'm not expecting downside after this fifth wave anyway. Let's take a measurement of this thing. All right, a fifth wave would put this up around the 786. That would be a 5 waves. Then you'd expect an ABC to come in. It might come right back down to this trend line here. All right, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. But looking for one more push up out of here, right up to, let's see. Measured this out to that blue line, 18.8. Okay, right up to 18.8, right around that 786. All right, then more than likely an ABC correction. Okay, you're getting a lot of these pretty high. That 12 hour, the 8 hour, they're just getting up there. And it's no guarantee. It's no guarantee we're going to get this fifth wave. But that's what it's looking like. So draw your wedge on your chart on there. Draw your wedge and watch for either a break up, or break down. Put that Fibonacci on here and measure out that fifth wave and watch for, especially for trading, watch for that target to come in and either go short or whatever you're doing. Okay, but if it breaks down below this 17.38, this fifth wave is out. That would break down from there. Then it would more than likely come down to this bottom area, this bottom support line, right down through here. So we'll keep an eye on this, but everything is looking fine, guys. Bitcoin might have a pullback. It's expected. We've had a nice run up here, but everything out there is kind of correcting right now. So, all right, thank you so much, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you very soon.